So welcome once again to Pennsylvania, and today we are in the swamps of Chester County, also known as the Tinicum Swamp. And we're here to talk about a local creature that is said to roam these swamps. Ape Boy of the swamps, he's called. Or sometimes he's just referred to as Swamp Boy. So this tale dates back to times even before the Revolutionary War here in America, when Chester County was still mostly wilderness. And this swamp here, the Tinicum Swamp, was much larger than it is today. Because today most of it's been taken up by the Philadelphia airport and other urban areas and factories and stuff. And Swamp Boy's domain has shrunk to just this area. I'm currently in what's called the John Hines National Wildlife Refuge, and this is known as Swamp Boy's last refuge. Well, we don't have Swamp Boy, but we have Swamp Squirrel up there. Maybe he knows Swamp Boy. Now, you don't want to confuse Ape Boy with Bigfoot. They are not the same creature. They have different origin stories. Ape Boy used to be a boy at one point, a human. But for the past 250 years, he hasn't been human. So as we walk deeper into the swamps here, let's talk about that. Apparently, Ape Boy, or Swamp Boy, he used to be a boy, but a rather ugly looking boy. He was tall and gangly looking, very pale skin, red hair, just an overall rather ugly looking kid. And he got picked on a lot because of that. People picked on him. And so much, they tormented him so much that he ran into the swamps and was never seen again as a boy. And what have we here? Does this belong to Ape Boy? Probably not. I think probably some kids made this out here. The legend has it that is this tormented boy, as he spent more time out in the swamps and the woods, he began to mutate, began to get all hairy and even more gangly, and he started eating like small animals and worms and creepy crawly things in the soil and in the swamps. He just became even like grosser and scarier looking, more gaunt. One book I read said he looked like a cross between Gollum from Lord of the Rings and Chewbacca from Star Wars. So if you ever come to the swamps of the Tinicum here in Chester County, you keep an eye out for Swamp Boy as you gaze through the reeds to see if he lurks. Of course, I keep using the terms Swamp Boy and Ape Boy at the same time, depending on which version of the story you read. They use different names. I kind of like Swamp Boy. And of course, there's always different versions of the story out there. Apparently Ape Boy was around during the Revolutionary War. He went into the swamps before the war started, and he was sighted during the war. Even during the War of 1812, they say you could find Swamp Boy lurking in these swamps. Apparently he still lives today, they say. So Swamp Boy is either immortal, or perhaps, as one legend says, Swamp Boy found a wife, has children. And so the Swamp Boy people are seeing today is a result of those children. So it makes for a neat little story. You know, we are in the Halloween season, so it's not exactly a haunted story, but it's a neat little, legends or monsters of Pennsylvania story. I know at times throughout the video you might have heard of the people talking, even little kids. It is a Saturday out here, so I've been trying to film, but there's a lot of other people out here these days, or today at least, so you might have heard a few other people. I was trying to find quiet places to film about Swamp Boy. Of course, I don't know if I was Swamp Boy, I'm not sure if I would live in these swamps anymore. There's a ton of people here. If he is here, he's got some little hideout somewhere, away from all the people. Alright, if you want to learn more about Swamp Boy or Ape Boy of the Swamps, the book Weird Pennsylvania has an article on him, and obviously you can find more about him online, or maybe some different versions of his story. Alright, that'll be it for this story. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see you around.